Okay, so we are now on day number 12, and we are going to we're going to be figuring out this whole editing thing. Now, with this particular video, depending on how you made it, you're going to actually edit it a little bit differently. Typically, when I edit, I add the music last. However, if it is a video where the music is driving it, meaning you didn't have any audio, but it's all visual, you actually need your music bed first. And we're going to talk about this a little bit. The reason why you need your music bed first is because a professional editor, such as yourself, when you're editing to music, you edit your cuts with the tempo of the music. Okay? Little professional trick, but it actually it will make sense as you're editing to it. So when you hear the beat, you cut to something else. Now, does it mean you cut to something else every single time there's a new beat? No, or else it'd be going blah, 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 blah. That'd be crazy. But if you're going from one shot to the next, you're going to want it on the beat because it'll just look nice, it'll feel nice, and it'll flow nice, and it'll look professional, which is our goal, right? So if your main drive for your video is music, that's how you're going to edit. Now, if your main drive with your video is you talking, that's just fine. You're going to edit it a little differently. You're going to be putting in music at the end when you're done editing and you have everything set up how you want it. It needs to be under a minute. You're like, oh, but it's so close. It needs to be under a minute. Follow me on this one. It's an attention span thing. People, while they want to get to know you and get an idea of you, they want it under a minute. Your watch time will improve if this particular video is under a minute. So if you're introducing your YouTube channel or just giving a general feel for your blog, you really need to keep it under a minute because that is as long as people want to listen to you talk about yourself. Just the truth. So as you're editing, try to keep it under that minute mark. We're going to actually have you put it down at the end of today and pick it back up and continue to edit tomorrow. Because I feel like it's good when you do that, when you kind of give it a little bit of space, a little bit of breath, to put it that way. When you like, okay, I'm just going to put this down, and then you look at it for fresh eyes the next morning, it'll help you tighten it up and meet that minute mark. All right. So that's your goal today, is to start editing. So you're going to load all your footage. You're going to start building, or I should say finishing up building your graphics. Well, building your graphics and that sort of thing too. But honestly, this really shouldn't be that graphic heavy because we want to learn about you, and you are not a graphic, right? You are more than a symbol. So that's your goal for today, is to start editing, make sure you have what graphics you do need done, and to start meeting that minute mark. And it's not as easy as it sounds. Talk to you tomorrow.